YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Ant the Barber coming back at you with another haircut tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be doing a mid skin fade. I'm going to jump right in using my WAHL number 3 guard, coming in with the lever closed. And I'm going to make sure that I knock everything down evenly on top because this is going to be my client's desired length. Now that I got everything knocked down evenly, I'm going to come in with my caliber 38 special and I'm going to begin to set and create my first guideline, which is going to be my bald guide. You're only going to see me set my guide with this trimmer, and then I'm going to follow it up using another trimmer. And the reason behind that is this trimmer doesn't cut as close as the one I'm going to clean it up with, so it's easier for me to transition into my blend. Now that my bald guideline was created, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest using my BaByliss Skeleton Gold FX. And like I said, this trimmer right here cuts like dead close to the skin, almost to where I don't even need to make a pass with the shaver. So it just allows me to clean up a lot better, but the other trimmer allows me to transition into my blend a lot easier. Now that I knocked everything down, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up and completely bald it out using my BaByliss Pro Foil FX02. And you'll also notice that when I get towards the top of the guide, I will use that flick out motion. And that's because I want to demonstrate a clean transition from completely bald to stubble, because later that's going to help my blend pop. You'll also notice that I use a technique, I call it dabbing down. I'm not really sure what you would call it, but basically you'll see that I'll take my trimmer and I'll begin to dab downwards on the little bit of stubble that I left. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to knock down a little bit of weight if a guide was created without completely removing all of it, so I can give that clean transition that I want. So this is exactly what I'm looking for when I say that I'm pulling off towards the top of the guide to create that transition from completely bald to stubble to allow my blend to pop. Alright, so now that I got that cleaned up, I'm going to come in with my BaByliss Pro FX. And this is actually the black and gold limited edition, and this comes with the fade blade. So I'm going to come in with the lever fully open and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. One thing I want to mention is on this side of the head, I'm going to go ahead and use this black and gold limited edition BaByliss FX. Like I said, it comes with the fade blade. And on the other side, I'm going to use the white and gold limited edition, and that comes with a taper blade. And I just want to demonstrate to you guys what each blade does. So now that my guide was created, I'm going to go ahead and close my lever and begin to blend from the bottom of that guide right back up towards the top of that guide. And little by little, I'm going to work my way up, and I'm going to open my lever as I do. And each time that I do that, you're going to notice that that guide's moving up with me, but that's okay because that's exactly what I'm looking for. By the time I get towards the top of this guide and my lever's fully extended, it'll be completely blended out. This clipper does, however, come with the notches. So what I went ahead and did is I came in with the lever closed, and then once I raised that guide, then I opened it to halfway. And with the Silver FX, I was able to get away doing that. And right here is what I mean. You saw I just skipped a notch and jumped straight to the middle one. And once I started cleaning up, I noticed that it was leaving some weight behind. You could begin to start seeing it now. So after I clean it with the notch that I'm on, I went ahead and dropped back down to that second notch that I skipped to completely blending it out. I will say this though, once I got familiar with the notch system on this clipper, it's just like the other one, and it's basically, how do I say it? It's a prime example of working smarter and not harder. I mean, this clipper basically does everything for you, and it's absolutely dope. So now that I have that guide blended out, I'm going to come in with my WAHL #1 guard with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. I'm going to give myself the same amount of space that I gave myself with the previous guide. That way I keep everything consistent with this blend. Once I set the guide in with the lever fully open, you'll see that I'll begin to close my lever completely, and I'll begin to blend from the bottom of that guide right back up towards the top of the guide, right underneath where I just left off with the lever fully open. That lever fully open is going to help me transition into my next guide. So typically the one close tends to leave weight behind, so right where I'm showing you is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to come in using my WAHL half guard with the lever fully open, and I'm going to begin to attack right above the weight that I see. Again, that's right above the weight that I see. And then I'm going to use that fade down process to eliminate it, meaning I'm going to close my lever as needed, working my way down until that guide's completely blended out. Now that I have that blended out, I'm going to come in with my WAHL 1.5 guard with the lever fully open. And this time I'm not looking to set or create a guideline, so I am going to use that flick out motion when I get towards the top so I could transition into that length on top best that I can. However, once I clean it up with the lever fully open, just like the previous guides, you'll see that I'll close my lever and then I'll begin to clean up right underneath where I just was, right up to where I just left off with the lever fully open. Alright, so now that I went through my step work, I'm going to do some detail work and knock down some dark spots that I still see. Alright, so now we're going to jump to the other side and repeat the same exact steps. This time I'm going to be using the white and gold limited edition, and this one comes with the taper blade. However, I'm not going to walk you through the steps because we just went through them. I just wanted to demonstrate to you guys that either clipper you go with, you'll be able to get the same results. I wanted to take this time to mention that if you're thinking about getting one of these limited edition BaByliss FX and for whatever reason you haven't gotten one yet, the boys over at Rum Barber are actually giving away a black pair right now. I believe it's still active, so make sure you go check out their YouTube channel and follow them on Instagram because that's where I believe the giveaway details are. Either way, they got really dope, amazing content, so it's a win-win situation. You find someone where you could level up from, and you might have the possibility to level up your arsenal, so make sure you go check those guys out. They're absolutely dope. I also want to take this time to say shout out to Tito Beats. I appreciate you like always, my boy. I'm going to go ahead and leave his link in the description, so if you like this fire that you hear in your ear, make sure you go check his channel out, subscribe, and let him know that your boy Ant the Barber sent you. So now that I'm done with my clipper work, I'm going to begin to prep his front lineup. I just applied a hold spray. Now I'm going to comb down all those baby hairs, and then I'm going to begin to dry them before I line them up. Alright, so now I'm going to begin his lineup, and you're going to see that I like to start in the center of my client's head, and then I like to work my way towards their weakest side first and then match it on the other side. You'll also notice that in my client's front lineup area, he's really light towards the edges, and I don't want to push anything back to achieve a sharp lineup. I want to keep everything as natural and sharp as possible. That's exactly why I'm using this BaByliss Skeleton FX trimmer, because it's absolutely sharp. I'm not even going to follow this lineup with a razor finish, and I'm going to keep everything as natural as possible, just like I said, and allow him to have a clean, sharp lineup that doesn't look light on his edges. Alright y'all, so here's a look at the final cut. If you got anything useful out this, I ask that you smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you stick around. It's only gonna get doper from here. I got a giveaway going on right now where I'm giving away a dope set of steel tooth combs. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check the video I just dropped before this one. That giveaway is gonna happen at 10K and there's still a little time to enter. Again, I wanna say I appreciate all y'all. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm out.